Check it out, Bum Shadows once again with the Tuesday night delight. And I'm feeling right. We had a snowstorm and it's kind of had me down in the dizzumps, but you know, gonna get over it, baby. And if you didn't see earlier on YouTube or any other sweet social media site, we are gonna have a Sandman versus Sandman. Now, I'm from different eras, technically. However, they're both Sandman, so we're gonna pop those effing boys open and we're gonna see what's going on. Fly the L. Hello, of course. See you as always. So that will be the Bumboxing, the heels and faces. I'll do it one more time for all the babies that don't know. This is the one that came out from Zombie Sailor. It took a little bit to get in our handy poos, but we did get it. And that's that one from there. Kendo stick. This one comes with a Bizier. And he's got the American flag. And so we all enjoyed from our embarrassing fathers in the 90s, or maybe just me. And you got the red shirt and everything. Then you got this puppy. And this is from Gimmicks. And by date with that barbed wire tattoo, this is more like mid 2K Sandman. So is it exactly par on par between these Sandmans? No. Is it the same effing guy? Of course it is. I'm super tired. Can't wait to fall asleep after your live stream. Been sick for... Oh, sorry, dude. Past 2 days. Yeah, man, I hear you. I was like... Tonight, I was like, oh, man, like, my shoulder poo's been bothering me. And that was even before shoveling any snow, so... That's not good. I've been trying to recoup on that. Feeling kind of not good bummy fashion as opposed to. So I definitely hear that. Hope you feel better, Fly the L. I'll probably be doing the same thing that you are. It's taking a nice nappy slap. A nice nappy slap. That would be good. Just slap myself right into a nap. And then maybe into a full night's sleep. This is good compared to sandbags from different lines. Sandmans or sandbags. We'll have to see. But I guess while I'm here, I'd like to just give a little, like, whatever's going on in my neighborhood. I'm sure there's a lot of neighborhoods, either previous to me or at the same time as me, or even right now as we speak. Effing snowstorm. Holy crap. Baby. Wow. Again, we're all from regions of whatever. We all know our weathers and we all know our conditions and what to expect, and expected the worst and expected the best. But damn it, I'm an optimist. So when the snowstorm came, it won't be that. No, it was that bad, baby. It was that baby. And yeah. Old man Bum, he's feeling that cold in his bones. Not just his boner, but in his bone, baby. So yeah, I gotta realize that spring chicken hasn't been spring chicken for a while. Maybe spring chicken's like winter chicken by this point. So that's life, baby. What are you gonna do? Off to Never Never. There we go. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Waddy? Yes. I got my Enoki today, but was too tired to open it. Says fly the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you do, let the gang know. Unless Waddy got it. I don't know if Waddy got it. That looks cool. I'm not like wicked, I know everything about Enoki, but just the fact is legendary presence, and just seeing clips of him, it is cool that Latuni came out with the in a USA or American, but I know why, but like something that can be based in the American line, like an LJN or anything, because I believe the only figures I knew of him before were Japanese, which makes sense, but it's cool to get like quote end quote figure in the States. that kind of lines up with some of the toys that we played with. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, good for Latuni. I also saw they're switching up over there at Latuni. It's like they're doing retros a little more retro-y. What I put up kind of got a mixed reaction, a little bit of love, a little bit of not so love. Not to be like a cop out or anything. I sort of am in the middle now. I know it's just what he's got is like a mock-up or whatever, like what it's supposed to look like. So once I see the product come along a little bit, you know, maybe I'll go on the heli side. But for right now, I'm in the middle. I like where he's going because it makes a little more sense than what he was doing, to be honest, but we'll have to see. And obviously, Macho Man being heavily rated in the figure market kind of makes it tough. Luckily for these people, Macho Man's my favorite, so I'll take a bid on any of the Macho Mans in the retro form. I didn't get the wrestling figure fed ones. And although as cool as I thought they looked, like I thought they were more statuesque as opposed to like a Hasbro, like, so I left those alone. They do look sick though. The robes would be nice to put on some of my existing retros, to be honest. Same with that Bulldog. It looks really cool, but I mean, I got a million British Bulldogs, so I mean, wrestling feds, it seems like sort of in between like a retro and statue. If anybody was looking at these. Funny, I don't know a ton about him either, but it's an Aljan with moves, so I had to get one to see. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Please forgive me, King. Well, whoever you are, I don't need to apologize. Maybe you got the wrong stream, you know what I mean? I appreciate the King comment. That's kind of cool. King Bum Shadows. Sounds nice. But in a less egotistical, you know, point of view, I'm just going to say you might get the wrong live stream here, pal. But if you don't have to apologize. I don't know what you meant, but you didn't say anything. And please forgive you, King. No, I'm not going to do that just because of wait. But I'll say I'm sorry for anything you're going through. See, I don't care, baby. You can be weirdos and post things. I'm not saying you are, but you can post weird things. I'll respond to them within reason. Unless they're like hateful stuff, you know. Then it's like, okay, I'm not going to repeat that crap. I'm not saying anyone's doing that. I don't want to start that. I'm just saying, though, as far as like, kind of like random, like, I'm sorry I didn't mean it. Please forgive me, King. I have no idea what this person's talking about whatsoever. But sure, you know, like, hey, let's party. So, that's all I post is weird things. It's just why they all. No, I mean, yeah, there is in there. It's just like weird, like out of nowhere, like asking for forgiveness or something I don't even know was done is like, should I be afraid? Like when I go to car, is he gonna like mafia style blow up or something? Is he forgiving me in pretense? Now I'm a little concerned. Hey, what do you mean by that, buddy? Forgive me? I don't know. Is that a forgive me? Please tell me not. At least we get this live stream as proof that, well, let me say, BL1PS-VR. So, something happened to old Bum and it's mysterious. No, I'm playing. I hope that's not the case, but it is a little creepy when you just kind of chime into someone and be like, oh, please forgive me. And it's like, okay. But or any, you know what, damn it. Get this boxing or bumboxing under effing way. I've been waiting to open this since whenever we got this. And this is the Heels and Faces and USA Panties edition. So first off, we peel this thing. And I don't want to lose his beer. Oh, and just as I say that, it goes plummeting to the ground. All right. Kendo stick plops off, baby. That's how you took the card off. It was like, I'd say standard GJ, like rub. Oh, man, that... Talk about a one-eyed adventure. Beer can falls on the floor, and it's this freaking big. Like, hopefully the house doesn't have mice. They, like, pick it up and, like, all crunked out or whatever. Crap. Really stinks. Or sucks. All right, I'll get back to the beer can. But, however, we got him in his little plastic. He's gonna exit plastic and enter Sandman, baby. So we get the kendo stick. And he's got a handy for your maybe average gentleman. His hand open for like an average gentleman handy poo. Maybe a little wider for all us all you big boys. All right, all us big boys out there. And we put that into his handy poo. Like a effing dream, baby. So there it is. He's got his kendo stick. He's got the shirt that says, "To the extreme." Got the pants, red, white, and blue all over. It almost looked like Shaq's. Like the Reebok Shaqs from back in the day. Like Kamikazes, or maybe Sean Kemp, I forget. Maybe both. Crap, stupid thing. Get back up there. So now we got his hand, and it was like, oh, will the stick go like this? Nope, the wrist does move, so you can get that traditional, Sandman above the head, cane shot. This elbow and wrist moves, by the way. So you can be giving handies all over the place. But look, bam, 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 bam. Joints are tight, head's tight, waist tight. Those kamikazes or shacks or whatever they are not moving. These pants are as patriotic as you can get. I'm sure that beer can fits in. I'm going to do a recess, find it on the ground at some point. But for now, we're just going to take a look-see poo at him. And here we go. So now, let's look at the little face. Oops. Got to put that kendo stick back. He's getting stabby. Okay. Let's fix this camera while I look at his pretty little face. It's not like that bad because I'm looking at it as like a younger Sandman, maybe 94, 95. He did this jam or whatever with the pants. With that being said, and the little belly's good. And then we get maybe to the not so good. And a common complaint with Zombie, and I've said it before, is the length of the arms. Could they be a little shorter? I'd say like a hand shorter, because again, the fingy poos are down kneecap level. Not so bad with a kendo stick, because at least you get this kind of movement here. I will say, all right, so just be critical on this arm then. I think this arm then is a little too long, because as you can see, and I know he's like bending down a little bit, kind of knee bend or whatever, but I don't know, it's a little longish, baby. And I know I'm not the only one, and I'm not trying to even pile on. I don't even, you know what? This figure isn't that bad at all, actually. I know it's got some gripe or whatever, but it's got some kind of movements that Hasbro doesn't have. You can give that as a plus or a not plus. I mean, this elbow. The likeness, I don't even think's that bad, like, for a younger man. So my critique would be, and even in the cane arm, let's be real, but this arm in particular could have been a little shorter, or maybe, I know it's supposed to hold the beer can, but still, which I will find that later. He can do a fresh, hey, I didn't do that. So that's what Sandman can do. So that is the heels and faces. I gotta find that frickin' beer can. He's getting effed. He's getting effed. He's getting pissed because he does not have his damn beer. And I'm gonna have to find that for him. But sorry, Sandy Poo. In the meantime, oh, E. Ross in the building. Hit the like, subscribe. Love it, E. Ross. Fly the yellow green. And also Lapus. So, pose them like this for now. Let me take a quick look. See, oh, that beer. My goodness. There could be anything. A chipmunk. Whoa, Sandman fell into the camera. A chippy poo, a chipmunk could have came from outside cracking beers. He's getting hammered, and I feel bad. Like, I didn't mean it this way. But he does have a handy poo. A very wide handy poo for all you big dogs out there. And it should hold a beer. We're going to get that. I am going to, and if I can't find it, then we're not going to get to that. But I'm going to show. Destiny, Sister Shadows, what's up? Well, now it's Sister Shadows here. I bumbox this Sandman. We're going to do 2 damn characters. This is from Zombie Sailor Toys. I dropped his beer on the floor, and considering I'm a half-blind or almost full-blind bastard, not find the effing beer on the floor. Go figure. That's the story of my life. So, this is how he looks right now. Handy poos for all you inappropriate people out there. I also said that. And little poos if you're not the biggest dude. See, this hole in the, that could fit your jollies. Hey, we're all people here. We all do what we can do. But the cane does fit in the effing hand. That's what we gather from that. And on deck, not to be out, we're getting effing sandy like a beach baby. Because here we go, another sandy poo. Where's just be chill so I can slap him, laughing my ass. Yeah. But yeah, I don't seen him in a few live streams. Yeah, I haven't seen him. Busy or they ran away. Scared of Sister Shadows. That's what happened. He was like, oh boy. No, he did leave that comment, if he is around. Did you enjoy the playlist? And he's put out a playlist, and I'm meaning to get around to it. And I'm not trying to be a dink or a jerk or whatever. I just honestly have not had the time or where to get to it. But I swear, dude, like, comments a lot of the time, like, hey, how is the playlist? So just be chill if you're out there. Love your brother. Love your brother. You know, hey, it's all good. It's all good. My sister might slap you, but, I'm sure you'll learn a lesson after that. As far as me and you, though, we're good. It's just like, you got to realize, I don't, like, create, like, content and take, like, old school clips and everything. And to, in the middle of that, no offense, put in these modern matches is really not going to float my boat. So I honestly just got to get time where, honestly, I'm not trying to be insulting. This is just the truth. I literally have nothing to do and I'm bored beyond my mind. And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to watch that list. What can I say? I'm a sucker. I love the old school. I'm a sucker for the 80s and 90s. Not so much for this today's. I still watch it, but, like, I can't picture any current match, like, surpassing Steamboat Savage from WrestleMania 3. And maybe that's the old man in me, but maybe that's the stubborn man in me. Because, like, I don't feel like I'm gonna, like, I feel almost bad if I watch these and I confess that I think they suck. It will be, like, mean. But I don't mean it that way. So if I watch these and I think they all suck, please don't hate me. It's just a personal preference. Current wrestling, and I'll say it once, I say it again, cannot hold a candle to anything pre-2000. So, sorry. But not sorry, because I continue to watch the same crap anyway. Haven't seen him busy. Ironically, he's just very chill, or he's not very chill. He's not chill. He's chill. You and me, both shadows, 80s and 90s for me, hell yeah. Then change my name to Not Very Chill. Destiny, Not Very Chill. Oh man. Now look, I mean, I hesitate a little bit because I feel like on a stream, I don't honestly, I know if it's the same dude, but said they were like 15. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll try not to put on the heavy shellac, but if you're commenting and telling me every 5 minutes to check out the playlist, I gotta say, ages, 4 to 400, please don't do that to me. Very bothersome. I will check it out. I haven't forgot. I have a good memory, even though it doesn't seem like it. It's on the radar. Just be chill. I will check out the gosh darn playlist. But in return, do not please be putting on like all these comments like, you check out the playlist set? I don't mean, I'm not trying to bury you, brother, but like, yo, stop, please. I guess that's the most polite I could put it. Like, I could say more, and I'm sort of tempted in my nature, but I'm not. So I'm just going to say, bro, young man, appreciate your insight into the old school, and even in a weird way, appreciate your connect to the new school. However, telling me a million times to do something is not going to have the desired reaction. If anything, I'll make it a point to not do it if you keep doing that, because I'm kind of like that type of bastard. So please, I'm just asking you. I got it on my radar. Comment something else, not just the same. How was the playlist? I'll tell you how the playlist was when I get an opportunity to watch it. I mean, it's not that unfair. Royal Rumble is me actually beating up just chill. Sup? Oh, Captain. Sup, Captain? Making it happen. I think at this point, now that I've already said my piece or whatever, and I get too long-winded for all y'all and all that missed, this is the zombie sailor version of Sandman that I just unboxed, retro style. Has a few bendy joints that the other retros don't have. You can hold the cane above the head. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. You can make the cane look like a little peepee and go yeepa. But you can do all stuff. And I dropped his beer like a jerk, so I do have to find that. And it sucks because I want to see if it fits in the hand, and I feel like the review is incomplete if I don't know if the Sandman's effing beer fits in his hand. You know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, damn it, we got crafting gimmicks. Hasttel toys from the dude whose figure escapes me. No, it doesn't. I always like to show because it's from this guy, because he has a figure of himself, baby. It's from this guy. Literally, this guy. He's wearing the pink suit. He's watching this live stream right now, and he's saying, damn it, Pump Shadows. You're the man. Thank you so much for reviewing my figure. You're welcome, Mitch. I'll take it 5. So there we go. Now. Oh, baby. Not as super gluey, baby. Not as super gluey as some of the past. Although it did rip off like a good portion of his breastises. What can we do? So here he is. He's in that plastic bubble. Hey, let me out. I'm the Sandman. Alright, hey. So we're letting you out, baby. Now, he already composed with the effing can above his head. Bae. But I will say, because we got to call it all, no twisty in the wristy, baby. Although that joint is tight. Now, you could put the effing cane down this way. You can put, oh, wow, these joints are tight, baby. Put the arm up like, yeah. Waist is moving pretty good. Head's moving like a effing charm, like he's paranoid. Bum got that towel. just in case. And it says parental advisory or parental warning. I don't know, yada, yada, yada. You can read it backwards. Try to have a little mind trip with it. See if you can read it backwards. Have a good time. Because I don't want to read it. And that's how it looks. So you got that. Now I'll do a sidey. Now, if you were a Sandman, which you probably are, now you looked right between my nose, baby, or on the outside of nosy poo. Who's more Sandman? Now, in fairness, I say on the right here is a younger Sandman, and this not old but older. Like I believe this was like WWE Sandman with that shirt. Like WWE ECW Sandman, and this was like 94 Sandman. So in fairness. Now, right off the bat, bingo. Okay. Arms on this one, because I was critical of the zombie, are perfect. Length. I like the tattoo on it. Zombie does have the advantage with the wrist bend, because not only can you do like that Sandman does with this post, you can go like this and you can start caning yourself because you're like, I hate what I did last summer. No, why did I do that? I shouldn't have said that. And you can beat yourself up over it. So a little easier to beat people up with the Sandman cane on the zombie. He's got the effing arms that are twisting. Look. Oh, crap. Got in a terrible accident. You knew you shouldn't have been more. Those accident videos on YouTube. Now look at what you've done. Now Sandman's elbow on the outside. So there you go. They each have their charm. And this is not gonna. All right, people will not like what I'm going to say. Damn it. And although, like, I just noticed that Sandman shirt says Sandman, and not Sandman, it says Sandman. That's cool. I guess it's supposed to be an A. Anywho, with that being said, I know this is gonna be like, no, cop out city, but it's the truth. I find they're like tied different, like totally different ways. I like the idea. All right, let's go with this one. I like the idea of this, but on the face on the grapplers is not the best, and I love grapplers and gimmicks. Like I can tell Sandman it's not the worst, but it's not like the best face scan. And people will not zombie, but if I think of early like 90s Sandman, this face works. And this works. However, then although these have the extra bendies, they're also a little long. Whereas the grapplers and gimmicks, baby, looks like a normal arm length as opposed to down to the knee. If I could make this actually work. There we go, baby. There's a whole like extra fisty poo of length. Whether I lined it up on there or not, I'm telling you the truth. So what do I say? I say they're both good in their own way. Now, what I do prefer to see when you got this, it's hard to do the caning unless you're doing like some like trick stuff like, hey man, oh, look at that one. But with this one, you can kind of do your traditional, hang your brains in until you're, you know, you have CTE or whatever. So, I don't know. It sounds like a crop, but I've got to be honest. I like them both, and they're in very different ways. Very different ways. But if you want like comparisons, the Singapore canes are about on par with each other. Nothing's like alarming. The face scans, I have to say, Zombie I think has it better. Really, Sandman. I love the tattoo on the grapplers and gimmicks. But in fairness, he didn't have that during this era. I do like the red, white, and blue. But then I don't like, you know, the arm itching him in his kneecap without much effort. You know, I do like the arm length on the Sandman. So It's a tale of two adventures. What do you want? I think, like I said, the skin's horrible, but it's really, like, okay. Where I will say for a younger Sandman, this face scan might be better, but then you got, the tattoo, you get the design, you get the tack, and I know these were like gimmicks that he had at the time, but, I don't know. To each their own, baby. This down so you can see his little face there, It's a battle of the Sandmans. Now, maybe it'll be a more fair battle or more reasonable battle when the other Sandman comes out from Zombie, because it's supposed to be like a little more, but it's still an ECW one. I feel like this, in maybe I'm mistaken, is like the ECW, WCW thing in the mid 2000s. Because I'm trying to think of when he got that effing tattoo. I think it was like early 2000s he got. Because I'm actually thinking of ECW, the album, and he has his arm in the air and he does a tattoo. So maybe 2000, 2001. But I feel like that merch shirt is like 2005. So, hey, it's up to you, baby. Take a sip of the Rockstar. Oh, baby. All right. What's up, Caps? Where's appendix at LML? Actually, like, Mattel did a reveal recently. He's gonna be a very popular figure, and he's, as a community, says very toyetic because of just like his gear, the face mask, everything, the tattoos and whatnot. I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of figures coming. I wouldn't be worried, Sister Shadows. And if you really need me to find one, I'll find one. I'm actually watching. Well, hell yeah. I don't know what you're watching. Hopefully this, but if you're watching something else that's cool and you're keeping us good. Bum is powering up right now. Oh, this is what Destiny Shadows, or Sister Shadows, used to do when she was young. I'm mad. Don't mean to blow up your spot, Destiny, but it was really funny when you did that. So yeah, that's pretty much what is going on with Sandman. Not to be redundant, just one more flashy poo of the two. So, like I said, I don't know. To some, it might sound like a cop-out. I actually, if I were to rate them, I'd put them equal, but for very different reasons for each of them, if that makes sense. As far as I know, the Sandman is still up on Grapplers. The USA Sandman, from Zombie, might be on J&J. Check out J&J figures, but I don't believe it's on Zombie's site. But J&J might have some. So go check them out if you want the red, white one. And if you want the Hasttel, what I call the more 2000 Sandman, then that's on Grappler. And gimmicks. Upcoming, I got a Bull Nakano mail. That's pretty sweet. I can't wait to open. So that might be coming up next. I'm waiting on a few. If you missed any prior one, I got Well Done from KWK. Dream team for me. This Hasbro's, baby. Not because they were good, just because they were they. And the fact that they made them, holy crap. KWK that did that. They look like this. Go over to KWK or J&J. Hey. What a wonderful type of day. While we were lying by the bay and playing with some clay and not being allergic to hay or whatever. Something like that. Whoa, don't you fall, baby. All right. So, I think just cause, nothing personal to anybody. Shoulder feeling very tender right now. I think I'm going to lie down like an old man, rest up, recuperate, hopefully get the shoulder going for tomorrow, and meet back with y'all on Friday. I appreciate you checking out Sandman vs. Sandman. I'm sorry it wasn't dramatic enough for me to say, like, I have a real choice, because I would be lying, because I like them both in two different ways. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody tuning in, my usual bros like Fly the L, E. Ross, Waddy, Captain, and of course my sister, Destiny, tuning in. Appreciate y'all. So it's your Friday. We can talk about whatever. Hopefully I'll get some more things in. I'm expecting some more stuff in this week. And yeah. Until then, everybody, if you're in that snowstorm area, hope everybody okay. Hope you all get your heat and electricity and are not snowed in. And if you're doing good, keep up the good. If you're doing bad, do some good work. And on that note, keep bombing.